All right. Hello, hello. Um, Hope you're doing well, I guess. I just wanted to talk about something that came to my mind recently. Um, like as of like the moment, I think of myself as like a pretty nice individual, you know. I try to, you know, be kind to others that I know and, treat other people with like respect and whatnot, but I do remember that when I was like younger, I definitely was more of a asshole, and there's like a lot of examples of times where like I just treated people so shitty for no real reason. So I just wanted to, you know, yap about that a bit. So the first person I can think of is a person. I'm not gonna use their real name. Let's call this person Eddie. Me and Eddie, we were pretty close friends. I think our moms met at work, and yeah, they kind of like made us friends. But like Eddie's cool, and I know Eddie has like when he was younger, because I still like talk to Eddie now. But when he was younger, I know Eddie was like he had a lot of issues, like medical issues. Like he had like allergies and other things that I think he had asthma and just nothing major, but like a bunch of like minor medical issues. So I remember one time we had to go on like a trip, like a camping trip. I remember while we're in the trip, mind you, his mom is the one that like told my mom about it, which is why I went. But while we're on the trip, I don't know why, this is like middle school, by the way, but I was just like being really like nasty to him. Like I remember like there was a time we were playing, and I think he was having like an allergic reaction, or he had an allergic reaction recently in that day, and I think his tongue was like swollen. So like I remember we were talking, and I looked at him, and I saw like his tongue was like sticking out of his mouth, and I'm like, so like I was like, dude, close your mouth. But the way I said it to him was like very like rude, right? And obviously like me and I would have been more low key. I'd be like, hey bro, like whispered it to him or something like that. I wouldn't have like said it in front of, because the way I said it was like I said it in a way where I wanted other people to see him, and like I said in like a humiliating way. The reason I said it wasn't so that he looks better. It was to humiliate him, which is pretty fucked up. But yeah, and I just like was being an asshole to him. I think yeah, yeah. But like the thing is like nowadays, because now like we're both older, we're both in college, and I remember like he came because he goes to school out of the state. So I remember he came by and he was like trying to make plans with me, and we hung out, we ate some food and hung out. But I just felt kind of like guilty because it was like, damn, I really was like treating you like shit, and now you're treating me like super nice. But I guess I'm thankful that he doesn't like hold that shit against me, But yeah, the next person I can think of is in elementary school. I'm probably gonna talk about this person in a future video, but I'll just hint at it now. We're gonna call them Joy. So I am Nigerian American. My parents are Nigerian, and they came here and birthed me here. So I was conceived in Nigeria, so I'm still Nigerian in quotes. So so that's important for a future individual we're gonna talk about. So Joy was like my age, and I believe she was also Nigerian, but I didn't know that at the time. This is elementary school now, so I'm very much younger. And I don't want to talk about this too much because I'm going to talk about this in another video. But basically, I think she wanted like to be friends with me because maybe she knew I was Nigerian. She's like, oh, fellow Nigerian, let's be friends. But I was like not having that. So whenever she tried to talk to me, I'd be like, leave me alone, fuck off. And she seemed like at least to me now, she seemed like a genuinely nice person, right? But like every time she tried to talk to me, try to like make jokes with me, I'd be like, no, leave me alone, fuck off. Until one day, she tried to like do the usual jokes and try to be friends with me, and I told her like, leave me alone something something, you look like a fucking baboon, right? With your big ass lips and your big ass nose and your long ass face. I didn't say that's like word for word, but I said something along those lines. And I remember like after I said that, she looked at me, like her eyes widened, and then she was like, "Oh, okay," and she walked away like defeated. And I remember after that, she never talked to me again, like never talked to me again. And I remember like maybe like a few years later, I tried to like talk to her because I guess I was like, I don't know, maybe I was feeling different, and she did not want to talk to me, which I can understand that completely. So that's another example. The other example I can think of is, I think this was also elementary school. Yeah, it was definitely elementary. So I was at church, and there's this kid that was younger than me. We'll call him Steven. These are fake names, by the way. So Steven, little ass kid, right? Like not a threat to me, not nothing. And for some reason, I see Steven, and I don't know what happened. It was either like he made a joke, or like he was just laughing, enjoying being a kid. And I was like, no. So I walked up to him, and I kicked him in the balls. Like I kicked him in the balls as hard as like I like stretched my foot back and drove it all the way up his pelvic region. And I remember he like fell to the ground. Like he was like he whimpered, fell to the ground, started screaming. I just looked down at him and was like, yeah, fuck you. No clue why I did that. I was just on bad timing, I guess. But yeah, that's another example. I think there's two more. Yeah, I don't know if this is boring, but I just wanted to talk about this. The other one was in middle school. We're gonna call this girl Yolanda. So Yolanda is like an outcast. No one talks to her. No one's her friend. Nothing. And usually, and me at the time, I wasn't an outcast, but like I had a few people I talked to. I had a few cliques I was in. But Yolanda is an outcast. No one talks to her. She does her own thing. Does good in school though, but just does her own thing. She's one of those kids that has like, the rolling backpack still, you know what I'm saying? So Yolanda, one day I decide, hey, I'm just gonna bully Yolanda for just on demon time, just for no reason. I'm gonna start bullying Yolanda, because why not? So I'm like teasing her, I'm like taking her stuff, I'm like calling her names, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, she goes to the teacher and she tells the teacher like, yo, this person is like bothering me. And I should have was like, no I'm not, she's lying. And she's like, what? And I'm just like being so like adamant, like, I don't know what she's talking about, she's lying, I don't know why she's lying against me. So the teacher just wasn't paying attention. She didn't really feel like being in the middle of the argument. She decides, okay, you two need to leave each other alone. So as we're walking away, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I'm so cool, I just tricked the teacher, blah blah blah. And then Yolanda looks at me and she's like, I don't know why you would like lie against me like that. I don't lie, I'm a Christian, this and that. Please just leave me alone. And I was like, yeah, no, you're not a Christian, shut up, blah blah blah. But I feel like that like confrontation of like her being like, why the fuck are you lying on me like that? Back then I probably didn't like think much of it, but like nowadays I'm just like, damn. Like why did I do that? Like why did I just antagonize her for like zero reason? Like what was the goal of doing that? Just to, like, make myself feel better? Or like, I don't know. I just feel like I wish I could like get younger me and just, talk to the nigga, cause anyways, the last one is in high school, which is a bit more recent. And it's a boy named Kevin. I don't think I've used that name yet, right? Kevin is a Kenyan grown up. I don't know what his situation was. I think it was like he was born in Kenya and then he got here, but then like his education level didn't match his age according to like American standards. So he was like older, but like, you know, he still was with us. Kevin was the nicest person I've known in my life. Genuinely, just a nice, kind person. Like, you know, he'll make jokes every now and then, which is normal, right? I don't like front him for that. That's normal to, you know, make a few jokes here and there, but like, he was very kind, very loving person. Would never think ill of another person. Always kind. I was not. So, I'm Nigerian. He's Kenyan. I don't know if there's any rivalry between those two countries, but that wasn't the reason for what I did. Throughout the years of me knowing Kevin, I would constantly like bully him, right? Call him names, steal his shit, you know, punch him, physically assault. I was just doing the most, right? And I know like one day, like not even one day, like there's like a few times where like it led to him crying, right? And this dude's like older than me, by the way, but like he's older than me, but I think he was like I was an upperclassman to him, right? Despite that. And I'll give you one example of something I did that was super cringe. One day it was snowing, which was super. I'm gonna dox myself. I live in SoCal, Southern California. It's very rare for there to be snow here. So that one winter, it was snowing. We were in PE, and we're like, "What the freak? It's snow!" So everyone went outside, and it was like, "Oh my god, it's snowing!" Yeah. And Kevin is like, "Oh my god, wow, this is so cool." So I go up to, so it's like me, Kevin, a few friends, or a few madams, and then for some reason I decide, no, this beautiful moment, no, fuck it, I'm gonna ruin it. So I go to Kevin and I tell him, I'm about to say a slur, by the way. Of course your ass from Africa is excited to see snow. Now, mind you, I am Nigerian American, so I don't know what I was cooking with that, because it's like, you know, like, the fuck? But I said that to him, and I remember everyone in our like group looked at me like, what is wrong? Like no one laughed. No one laughed. And I think people, I think the reason why I did those type of things, especially in high school, I remember it was like to make people laugh and like, you know, be a jokester, be a funny guy. But no one laughed. Everyone just looked at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Right? And you know, Kevin, very strong guy. Like he, like, even though I bullied him like that, he never like really let it, I mean, sometimes he let it get to him, but like he never really let it get to him. But, and, you know, Kevin's a great guy. He, like I said, super nice. He came to my, despite all the bullshit I did to him, he came to my freaking 18th birthday party. Very cool guy. So why am I saying all this? Obviously, I regret doing all that stuff, because I feel like, especially like with like Kevin and Joy, I feel like there could have been like a friendship there, and maybe it wouldn't have lasted to my current state of being, but at least it would have been like a good experience, right? Maybe if I was friends with Joy, I'm gonna hint at, well, stay tuned, but maybe if I was friends with Joy, you know, we would have been like, you know, some cool dynamic Nigerian duo in the school or something, you know. Or with Kevin, maybe we would have still been friends and I could, you know, still talk to him now, but I don't have his information at the moment. But yeah, I think, because, and this is like the round, I think this is like the initial reason why I was thinking about this, because at the moment I have like close to no friends at school. Now, I'm like an introverted individual, but like I kind of just go to school. I have like a few like people that I know. I have a lot of people that I know, but no one that like, oh, let's hang out, or I'm texting randomly. Like that just doesn't exist. But I have a few people. Like I have some lab partners and people that I know. But I feel like when I was in elementary, I had like a lot of friends, but then like as I kept going and I went to like middle school and high school, it reduced, but I still had like friends. College, I have zero friends, which I've grown to accept, right? It definitely was fucking with me in like the first like half, but like now I'm a senior now. Now it's like it's not that bad. I don't mind it, and I have like friends outside of school, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. But I feel as though this might sound crazy, but I feel as though my actions in the past of like bullying these people that mostly just wanted to be my friend has like cursed me in a way where now I'm just lonely. And maybe that's cope, I don't know, but like I feel like there's definitely like a maybe a correlation there, because like I said, I had so many friends back in the past, and now I just have like no one from my school. So I just feel like maybe if I had taken like a different, for example, like with Yolanda, I mean, I wasn't an outcast like her, but you know, I wasn't like the most popular person at the school. I could have easily like, you know, befriended her, and you know, maybe we've have like similar interests, you know, just normal shit. But no, I decided like I'm gonna bully her, which is just super cringe. And obviously I can't change the past, and I'm sure she's doing great for herself at the moment, but it just kind of sucks to like remember how shitty of a person I used to be. Although I was a child, but I don't really think that's a good excuse. And like the oh, I said his real name. Holy shit. I'll probably censor that. But with Kevin, with Kevin, like the whole thing with like me like being mean to him, and like I would like make fun of him like because he was African, even though I was technically African. And I feel like that was just like internalized like racism from like being bullied for being Nigerian. I feel like I would just be able to, oh, now I can do it to someone else, haha, which is just stupid. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I do regret those things, but I think it's a good lesson, or a good thing to remember, you know, because you got to like reflect on your past mistakes so you don't repeat them. So if I do get the opportunity to have like a friend like that in the future, I'll know not to like, you know, treat them like shit. So yeah, I hope you learned something from this, and have a nice day.